Good afternoon. We are doing PO55 today, continuing on with the slope-intercept form, this time writing the equation given a graph of the equation. So we're writing that slope-intercept form given the graph. So we're going to review what we know. So we've already learned how to graph an equation in slope-intercept form. Now we're going to practice the equation represented by a graph. So slope-intercept form is what? Everybody say it together.
Y
Yep.
equals
Yep.
mx plus b.
This is super important. You will use it all the time. You cannot just write mx plus b. It has to be y equals mx plus b. Let's all say it together. Y equals mx plus b. Super important for us to have memorized. Okay? We need to know this. It's going to flow through you. Next, however many years, you're going to use y equals mx plus b. What is the x? Laurel.
The x value of any ordered pair on the line.
It is the x value of any ordered pair on the line. Now, some of you might be saying, oh, Ms. Gambino, we've already written this on other objectives. Do I really have to write it again? What do you think my answer is going to be? Yes, because it is that important that we know this y-intercept form or slope-intercept form, and we know what every part means. So we're going to be rewriting it so we learn it and have it memorized. It's that important. So if x is the x value, y is the y value of any ordered pair on the line. What does the m represent? Elliot. The slope. Remember, that's how the line moves across the coordinate plane. So that m is how it moves, the slope. What is the b? Gavin?
The y-intercept.
The y-intercept, it's where we begin. So that's how we get that b. We begin with that y-intercept and we can figure everything else out. So just remember that any ordered pair on the line will work in the equation. We can plug them in and check and see. So any ordered pair will have both sides of that equal sign balance out. That's how we check our work to make sure that we're doing our slope correctly. Any of those ordered pairs should work. So we're going to graph a line using the two ordered pairs. Then we're going to write the equation of each line in slope-intercept form. Show how you've checked your answer. So for my friends who did not show the objective that we just did, we won't get credit if we're not showing. So you have to show all your work. Okay. So let's see how this works. Let me scroll up. What do you think we should do first? What do you think our first step should be? Colton?
Plot the points.
Yeah, plot the points. So we have 0, 2, and we have 3, 1. Draw your line. What do you think we need to figure out next? Colton?
The slope.
Yeah, we need to know what the slope is. How do I figure out my slope? Henry?
You gotta figure out the rise and run, so you have to find the difference in X and Y between the 2 points.
Yeah, remember, that slope is rise over run. So I start at the left. Am I going up or down?
Yeah.
Down. What does that tell me, Ellen?
That's a negative.
That it's a negative. So I go down 1, and I'm going over 3. So I know my slope is negative because I went down. And I know it's 1 over 3 because I went down 1 and then over 3. What do you think we should do next? Remember, we want to put it into that slope-intercept form. So I know my slope. What do I need to figure out next?
The y-intercept?
The y-intercept, I need to figure out that b. How do I know what my y-intercept would be? Colton?
Is it where the y crosses the y-axis?
Yeah, it's where the line crosses that y-axis. Remember, x is always 0 for that y-intercept. So I know I'm going to put that 2 in for the b, right? Sometimes you're given an ordered pair that is the y-intercept. That makes life so much easier. It's not always going to be that easy. But always look, is one of the ordered pairs I was given my y-intercept? I can use that nice and easy. So I know my slope. I know my y-intercept. What would my slope-intercept form look like? What would that equation look like if I plug in my numbers? Henry?
Y equals negative 1/3 X plus 2.
Yep. That is the slope-intercept form for this line. Now it says we have to check our answer. How should I check my answer? Colton?
Plug in any given points?
Yeah.
So like,
So I could say, okay, let's go down and over 3. That would put me right here. So that ordered pair would be, not 4, 6, 0. So I'm going to put 6, 0 in there. Okay, so y is 0. Negative 1/3 times 6 plus 2. I'm going to see, does it balance out? Do I end up with a 0 on this side? So I have 0 equals negative 1/3 times 6. So that would be negative 2. Right, because negative 6 over 3 becomes negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2 equals what? Clara? 0. So actually use that slope, find another ordered pair on the line, plug in your y and your x, and make sure it balances out. Don't just eyeball it. If I were eyeballing how I drew it, I would have said 5, 0 was my ordered pair. Actually use that slope, down 1 over 3, to make sure that you're finding a correct ordered pair that's on the line. Don't just look at it and say, well, it looks like this would be an ordered pair. Honestly, actually use the slope, okay? Let's do another one together. We've got 0, 4 and negative 4, 2. What's my first step? Finley. Plot the ordered pairs. 0, 4, negative 4, 2. What's my next step? I know Colton knows, I know Henry knows. Who else knows? What do I find next? Ellen? Find the slope. What does my m equal? Am I going to go up or down?
Up.
Up. So what does that tell me about my slope?
Positive.
It's positive. I'm going up 1, 2, and then I'm going over 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that my slope? 2 over 4? Nope. Why not, Colton?
I have to simplify to 1/2.
I need to simplify. So my slope is 1/2. Still having to simplify those slopes. What's my next step? I plotted it, found my slope. What else do I have to find? Ellen. The B. Ellen wasn't even here last week and she's picking it up. I love it. We need to find the y-intercept. Is this an easy y-intercept for me to find? Yeah, because it's one of my ordered pairs. This, it looks like this objective, they're always giving us a y-intercept. It's not always going to be the case in the future. Okay? But with this objective, one of those ordered pairs will be that y-intercept. I know it is the 4 because the x is a 0. So, you plot. You write out what your m is, you write out what your b is. The slope and that y-intercept. Then we can put it into our slope-intercept form. What would our slope-intercept form look like? Who can plug in the slope and that y-intercept and tell me what to write? Laurel. Y equals 1/2 x plus 4. Am I done?
No. Check.
I should check my work. So what's another ordered pair that I could plug in? Who can use the slope to find another ordered pair? Joe. Let's see. I go up 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me 4, 6. So I can check with 4, 6. So I'm going to put the 6 in for the y. 1/2 times the 4 plus 4. Now remember, if we don't have a lot of room on here to write it, scoot over to that blank page next to it. Get a piece of loose leaf or graph paper. Put it in there. Use it. Okay. So 1/2 times 4 is 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 really truly does equal 6. Oh, I did it correctly. Okay. I want to see you checking your work. I want to see you writing out what the m and what the b is, the slope and the y-intercept. You have to put it in slope-intercept form. Every year I have some friends that forget to put y equals. I will not give you credit if you do not write the full equation. You have to put y equals the slope times x plus the b, or minus if it's a negative. That x is important. Every single part of this is important. Every year I have some friends that forget to put the x. You will get it wrong. You have to pay attention to every little detail. Let's look at our next one. What's my first step? Grace. Plot the ordered pairs. 0, -3, 5, 5. Next step. Ellie. Find the slope. So, Am I going up or down?
Up.
Up, right? I go from the left to the right, I'm gonna be going up. What does that tell me about my slope, Gavin?
You have a positive?
It's gonna be a positive slope. I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So is my slope, my final slope 8/5?
Yes.
It is, I can't simplify that. So that is my slope. What's my next step, AJ? Nope, not yet. What do I have to find first? I found my slope. I need to find the y-intercept, my b. What is my y-intercept for this? Ellie? -3. So when we put that into our slope-intercept form, because it's a -3, watch how we're gonna do that. We're gonna say y equals 8/5 times x, and instead of saying -3, we're gonna say -3. If you wrote it out this way and you said y equals 8/5 x plus -3, look at how confusing that gets with our plus and our negative right next to each other. It gets confusing, okay? That's why we just say instead of plus negative, we just say -3. Plus negative is, it just doesn't look right, right? It's not proper math. Now what do I do? What should I do next? Violet. Check your work. So I need to find another point that I can put in on the line. Who can tell me a point I could put on what's an ordered pair I could use? Colton.
13 tenths. 13/10.
Yep. All right, so y is 10, 8/5, x is 13, -3. So what's 5 times 13? No, sorry, 8 times 13.
104.
What was it?
104.
And what's 104 divided by 5?
Decimal.
Yeah, it's a decimal. Uh-oh. We went wrong somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not going to work. So that ordered pair would not be on the line. Let's see if we can figure out where Colton went wrong. That 8, I think you went over 8 instead of up 8. Oh, no, maybe not.
No, I don't think so.
Nope, I think you did go up 8. Did I graph it wrong? Huh.
Yeah, it should be right because I go up.
Did
and
I
go
plug in
up.
my numbers wrong? Because you said 10, 13, right?
13, 10. Yeah. Wait.
Oh. It
Yeah,
should be
I am
10,
correct.
13. Right, we go up 8, so our y
Oh.
would be,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's where we went wrong. So 13 equals 8/5 times 10 plus 3. These are going to be better numbers to work with.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yep, -3, thank you. All these little details matter. 8 times 10 is 80. Divided by 5, that's 80 divided by 5.
Or no, 20. No.
16.
Yeah.
So 16 minus 3 gets us that 13. Check your work. Okay. Let's see. The second page, it's all the same. So, you gotta do your steps. You're gonna do these bottom three by yourself. Remember, step 1, plot your ordered pairs. Step 2, find your slope. Step 3, find your y-intercept. Step 4, write it in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So fill it in. Final step, check your answer. Okay? So it's either going to be a plus or a minus, your y-intercept. What if that y-intercept is 0? Do we have to put plus or minus something? No. Okay. So you're going to do all those steps. Plot, find your slope, find your y-intercept, write it in that slope-intercept form, and then check it. Any questions? All right, if you are watching at home and you have questions, make sure you come and ask me. I hope you are well, and I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.